So you want to become a mature follower of Jesus Christ. You want to demonstrate the power of God, experience the power of God in your life, and have an impact upon others. Uh, what are the specifics that lead us from where we are now to that space in our journey? That is what we call the discipleship process. That's what this video series is about. This is a video that's a part of a playlist of videos on our channel under playlist called The Disciple, to journey through how do we become the kind of person in Jesus Christ that we desire to be and that God has designed us to be. I've already recorded one overview, but that overview focused more exclusively on the four elements out of Ephesians 4 on how to become a strong follower of Jesus Christ. This one, I'm going to expand upon that on every category that we're using in this playlist and how it is formatted. So if you go to the playlist, you will note that in the title, it'll say the disciple. Then it'll give the category that you're in, and every video for that category are set next to each other. And then it'll give, if there's a subcategory, it'll give that. And then it'll give the specific angle of that category or subcategory that particular video is covering. So if I wanted to give this video so that you can know kind of how to navigate through that playlist. So if you wanted to go to specific areas, that's how that would work. And I think in the description here, I will leave a list of what the categories are, because they're not in alphabetical order, they're kind of in topical order. So I'll leave the list so that you'll know how to scan through the videos in the playlist. So the first category is overview, and like I said, this is the second video in that category. I don't know if I won't stay consistent on keeping the number of overview categories equal to the number of videos in the other categories. I'm just going to update this anytime I feel like there's some clarification that's needed for that category, and that's what this video is for. So the categories are overview, then challenges, anything that just seems to get in the way of us pursuing our walk with Jesus Christ. And so I have a few videos already there, so I'll update those from time to time. Then the next set of categories is a series of 4 categories that come, like I described in the first overview video, the four pursuits that result in maturity as described in Ephesians 4. The first of those 4 categories is our relationship with Christ. And then we walk through the various aspects: prayer life, Bible study, involvement in church or Christian fellowship, as how we relate to Jesus Christ. The second of those 4 is theology, the way we are to think about life, the world, and God. The third category from Ephesians 4 is character, how to develop and what kind of character we are to develop in our lives. Then the fourth Ephesians 4 category is ministry, what we're supposed to do as far as ministry is concerned. So those amount for the first 6 categories in the list of 12 categories. The 7th category is on apologetics. Apologetics is how to give a defense for the various elements of the Christian faith. Then church history. And the reason for apologetics is twofold. We're going to struggle in life, and we're going to struggle with our faith from time to time. And our ability to answer our questions that surface in our hearts in those times of struggle will help us to be able to stay in the faith. And then our ability to answer those questions to others will enable us to invite people, persuade people into the faith, or persuade them to keep the faith. So apologetics is a very important category for that reason. Then church history is the 8th category, and that category is useful in that it helps us know the historical context of the church dictates our ability to get along with and interact with and know kind of how to communicate around all the different things that are sitting there that history created. And so that's why it's important to have some working knowledge of church history. The ninth category is on hermeneutics. That category will be on the principles to how to interpret Scripture correctly, and even possibly walking through some exercises on working that out. The 10th category is Bible knowledge. Really what I'm going to do there is just walk through an explanation of what is in the Bible, how it's organized, and then probably just work through both book studies. I don't know if I'll go from Genesis to Revelation straight, or might select certain books, but I might just go straight from Genesis to Revelation, just giving some commentary from the beginning to the end to give Bible knowledge on things. Probably do some character studies in there, like take an individual from the Bible and do a study of his overall life and implications of it. Then probably do some topical studies as well, which is similar to theology. But so that'll be the 10th category. Again, there's already videos in that category. The 11th category is church philosophy. That's just working through just kind of how we think about church and just some common experiences and practices and logistics, and just kind of understanding those dynamics with the backdrop of biblical truth behind it. So that's there, and that's just the practicality of things and how to walk those things out, especially for our church specifically, but it would be useful for other churches as well. Then the last category is personal development. That'll be focused on how do I yield all the parts of my life that I have to address that might not be as spiritual, like my job and career, my finances, my relationship with my spouse and my children and my parenting and physical health and emotional well-being and all of those kind of things, and intellect. How do I navigate those in a way that's Christ-centered and yet effective? So we'll explore those in the personal development category. So those are the 12 categories that are there. And so if you know that those are the categories, then you'll know how to pinpoint going to specific videos and topics and such that you're looking for. If you have any questions or suggestions on the organization of that, let me know in the comments. I'll be glad to make any adjustments that's useful to you. Also, if you do find this series beneficial to you and you think someone else will as well, either share it with someone or put a like or a comment on there, give some kind of interaction that will create some visibility to it. And if you would like to grow in your faith in person and you live in the Pittsburgh area, then just join us at 2501 Staten Street, Bethel Assembly of God, Wednesdays at 6:30 and Sundays at 10 a.m. God bless.